Yo yo yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel me today on F125. So doing something a little bit different today on this channel. Decided to do another challenge against AI on this game on F125. So it's been a while since I did it, since last time I done it. I think it was the first challenge since the last time I did it. That was about a few months ago. So yeah, so as you can see there, apart from showing you my strategy for this race, as you can see on the screen, I'm doing cockpit view cam for this vid note. So I decided to do a cockpit cam using cockpit cam only challenge in this one against AI around Circuit Zandvoort for this one. Well, since the Dutch Grand Prix is this weekend coming up, that's the next race on the Canada for this season. While they're having a summer break right now, I think that's having their end summer break right now through the 2025 season. I thought Circuit Zandvoort is a good choice to go for, since it's the next race on the Canada for the Dutch Grand Prix for the end of August at the weekend. At the time, a few days time on that, I thought I'd do another challenge using cockpit cam, and so far so good. Making my way through the field, starting from the back as always, because I want to try and challenge myself a little bit. So not doing too bad from the start. At the end of the first lap row, onto the bank corner, around the last corner. Yeah, so as kind of was the end of the first lap, managed to gain 12 places, not too bad. Decided to get past this Ferrari down towards the Tarzan corner at turn 1. So that's nice. So now Steffan's got a really good lead, as you can see on the map there. So I've got a massive gain. I need to try and gain like a second a lap or something if I have a chance to catch him. So yeah, so just trying to make my way through the field, through the pack, through against AI right now. Through the middle sector now, managed to get past this Aston Martin down towards this corner. So very nicely through there. So into P4. So we're already on lap 2, and I managed to get from P4 already. So not too bad at all. So just trying to not to lose time and all that. Managed to go for a nudge down towards this stadium section at the end of the kind of almost at the end of the lap, and then onto this turn 13 onto the bank turn, the last corner. Managed to get DRS from my teammate there, Oscar Piastri, down towards the inside, and that is the end of lap 2. Not too bad at all. So I've got almost a 5-second gap from the leader. So yeah, so 5 seconds is a lot. So but 5 seconds is quite something else. So now I've got to try and gain, like, I don't know, half a second a lap if I need to get closer to him. So yeah, so now I'm showing you my fastest lap right now, or on lap 3. Not just onto this compound. I'm using softs from the start because everyone's on hard. So kind of different strategies going on here. So I had to go on the softs because you do gain, you get grip from the start. So you at least have a chance at the start. So that is what I went for. So luckily I made the right decision on that instead of going on to the hards. So I'm not using the hards. I'm just going to go on mediums, and that should be enough to get to the end. That's not till later on in this video where I'll pit in for mediums and all that. So yeah, come towards the final corner using all the battery, just trying to get to the line, and that is a 12.8. What I just set there, a fast lap of the race for myself. So I managed to gain a second on that lap, so from the leader. So yeah, so definitely gaining on the leaders by a second there. So now I've got to try and manage my battery and see how I go from there, really. So as we skip on to a lap later, in the middle of lap 5, I managed to gain another second from the leader. So a lap later, so yeah, so we are making progress at the moment, but we're already 2 laps away from my pit window, so still got some laps to do. So yeah, so this is actually the first time I'm doing cockpit cam on this game. So since the game has been out. So yeah, this is actually the first time I've been testing the Cockpit cam, and it looks quite like the normal Cockpit cam you normally go for. So yeah, so this is actually the first time I've tried Cockpit cam on this game. So I mean, it looks quite cool doing it. So I was like, well, it's fine, it's okay for now, but I don't mind it. But I don't use it more often and all that. As we skip to the end of lap 6, I decided to come in the next lap because my radio coming up.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So yeah, so just asking the radio, so I'm coming in lap 7 to change tyres to go onto the mediums to the end of the race and try and get the undercut. So I decided to go for the undercut on the leader right there. So if you skip on to the end of lap 7, using all the ERS, put it into none before we get into the pit lane. Make sure I don't jump make sure I don't get a speed penalty, and that's absolutely fine. Nice pit stop from the team there onto the mediums, and we're on our way again. Very nicely. So I decided to do the undercut on the leader, so I need to start getting time on that. So as we come out the exit of this pit lane, I've got a train in front of me, so not exactly what I wanted, but luckily I managed to get ahead from the next train. So yeah, dropped down to P14 right now, the time I've got exit to the pit lane, so now I've got to try and work my way through the field again. So I managed to get past Liam Lawson on this S bit, so before this right-hander, very nicely through there, and then come towards this bit right now, managed to get past this Aston Martin, just about. Not the cleanest move, but I got through eventually, so luckily there was space there, so now I managed to get through there. Now on to P12, very nicely. So now through this stadium section, just trying to save EOS a little bit, save a bit of battery through here, bit of back on medium if I, well, just now, just try and get closer to this train so I can get a really good exit here with DRS, round the bank corner, getting more speed on the others, and then I decided to get past Gasly down towards turn 1. He goes offensive, but I decided to go for it anyway. I managed to get past Gasly and one of the Mercedes drivers down towards turn 1 very nicely, so I'll take it. So that puts me up to, well, make that P9 now, because I managed to get past Hulkenberg on the round the outside at turn 3 on another bank corner, so not too bad at all. Now we got this Williams right in front of me, who has a mechanic issue right in front of me. So that's what happened to why there's another flag come out. Yeah, I cut a corner there slightly because I was concentrating, because I was looking at that Nello flag and wasn't concentrating what I was doing. So I still got DRS from this Ferrari in front of me. So now I've got to try and get into his DRS, and like I just did on this one, on that straight, and hope I get past Charles Leclerc down towards turn 1 maybe. And then with DRS, round the bank corner, using all the battery, and Oscar decided to pit this lap. That's why the radio will come up in a second.
Oscar is into the pit lane. Oscar in the pits.
So yeah, so my teammate's coming in, and as we come towards the exit turn 1, I managed to undercut Mustafa for the net lead for P1. So I'm in P2 right now because Alonso hasn't pitted yet at the front. So yeah, so he hasn't stopped yet. So now this is kind of the net lead right now for this race. So yeah, so the undercut kind of paid off. So managed to get through the field, didn't lose any time. Still got Neno frags though on this corner here because of the one of the Williams who DNF'd, well, what I saw on a lap ago. So yeah, so managed to survive all that, all the chaos, and now let's try and hold on to this lead, and hopefully we can get this Cockpit Cam Challenge done and dusted in the bag. So yeah, so still only halfway into this race, so now just trying to get laps neat and tidy, try avoid warnings and penalties as much as I can in these races, at the second stint, what I'm doing right now. So Nonso just came in for his stop now, so that puts me into the lead. So now it's just me and Staffen for fighting for the win, really. So let's just get on to the end of that 12. Still leading the race by half a second, so not doing too bad so far. So I'm just trying to managing my battery if I need to. So just trying to manage it if I can. What I need the most, or don't need it the most, what I'm doing right now. So yeah, so far so good. Still got a nice gap. I managed to get the gap from the guys behind from P3 onwards. So yeah, we've got a massive gap from that. Yeah, it's just me and Staffen are just cleared away from the rest of the field, really. So it's just me and Staffen fighting for the win right now. So it's like the 2024 season when those two are just, I don't know, Nando is trying to catch him up and Staffen's just enough to get the win, and those two will keep battling it out every single time. So it's just what it feels like right now. But now it's not, since that was last season, so, and that's what it is for now. So yeah, so it's different compared to a year ago, where McLaren have a really good car this season, and Staffen has not a good car, but he's still, I think he's trying his best anyway. So Staffen is trying to get past down towards turn 1. I didn't expect that to happen. I managed to do a dummy down towards the Tarzan corner. I managed to get the knee back. So yeah, so everything was fine until I got to the end of that 15 where that happened. And then it's come towards the middle sector right now. After this right-hander right here. Not too bad for you there. Come towards this bit though. That's where I made a mistake on that corner, because I touched the left side of the tyre onto the grass. So that's where I lost a bit of time there. So I made a mistake there. So now I've got to try and fight back and see what I can do. So yeah, there's a mistake I did there on there. So a little bit surprising on myself. So yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. So at 80 points. So, but I was quite surprised it took me 60 laps to do that. So yeah, so now I've got to try and using all the battery now, and then I decided to go for the inside 9 down towards turn 1. Managed to get the lead back. Lucky I had DRS, and that puts me into the lead again of this race. So yeah, so that was a mistake I just did there. So was quite I found it quite funny watching that back. So I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but I was quite surprised for myself. But at least I got the lead back anyway. So no issues at all there. So luckily I was fine with it. So yeah, on to that 17 now. Just a lap and a half to go. So still 7/10 a gap from P2. So he's still on my tail. So I just need to just keep my pace up really, and then try and avoid as much as I can really, like I just did a lap ago. Just avoiding that mistake really. Yeah, that's the only mistake I did in this race, and I was kind of managed to recover to get to the lead once again. Lucky with the DRS and all that. So we're coming towards the final lap of the race now of this Dutch Grand Prix. So yeah, so now onto the last lap now. Just trying to do what I did on that 17, just keep the pace up and all that, and then that should be complete the challenge, done and dusted. Yeah, I'm feeling okay so far doing this challenge. I was okay with it. It took me difficult to get used to, but luckily managed to get used to it eventually. So I say it wasn't a bad choice of this challenge, so I was quite okay with it, so I was fine with it. Yeah, so feeling okay during the week, so not doing too bad. I was taking a not a break, but also just taking time off a little bit from open lobbies. Just not taking a break, but also just taking a few days off a little bit, just reset myself a little bit and all that. So yeah, so that's what happened during the week, or last weekend, whatever. Yeah, come towards the 9 now. So that's challenge done and dusted for the Cockpit Cam challenge. Done and dusted nicely.
What a sick! I'm so happy.
Here's the checkered flag. The fans rise to their feet. It's Lando Norris for victory.
It's not every day that we get to see such incredible wheel-to-wheel racing. Next time, they might consider making it easier for themselves, but today, we absolutely loved all the action that we got to see out there.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today.
So yeah, so that is the Cockpit Cam challenge. Only done and dusted on this game on F1 25. So yeah, Cockpit Cam challenge wasn't bad. I was expecting. So I mean, I quite enjoyed that one. Wasn't too bad. Apart from made a mistake on lap 16, but that's what it is. Yeah, it looks cool doing it, but I don't mind it. But I don't use it more often. But I was just doing it just for fun and all that. So yeah, so that's that challenge out of the way. For this one, so not too bad for this one. I'll take it all day, so not too bad at all. Now, ending this video right now, so make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. I appreciate it a lot as well. That'll give you support with all that. So, hope you guys have a nice day, enjoy your weekend, have a nice weekend as well, or week as well, where you are around the world. That appreciate a lot from the supports for the last few days. Yeah, I'll see you guys next video, see you guys next time on F1 25. Have a nice day, and see you there.